I know that what I am saying here wouldn't stop you from moving to other countries or moving to go see greener pastures. I know that I can't convince each and everybody out here to work hard back home and it is going to be all right. I know as a part of my naivety, I wasn't that hardworking as I am here now. I have come to realize that when I moved out of Ghana, when I moved out of the country or the continent and came to this place, I have been working 12 hours consistently each and every day for the past 6 years. Yes, I would say I was naive because I was exposed to too much money, but I didn't really know what to do with them. Imagine someone who is managing about 20 work and pay cars, whereas all these 20 cars were making sales through me. This is why I said, if I had known a man like Mr. Obendako back in the day, bro, I would have been bagging millions by now. I would have been that rich kid back in Ghana at this very moment because...
Okay. Nah, no kro muni say uti kro mu here empane na abrofo dia boy no ba kono no. So uti ha obi bon homode nkura na wodwen say wo ya ka echi jesu otuduto ekobro ni mamu. So I say fidie no omasumi yen. Na kakra bi de timi esone omadwen ne so eti omadwen ni munya ho ntiase se abrabo no yen kakra na se unya 100 cities wa ha wo hwesuye mfie no mfie nsia mfie de onu ntam no bon se kakra wo ye no na wadu akire no krepa ne se kwadwo
obi baka se na 100 da bana bobo no obenya de ope
kwadwo de amem de metima ka chiro se kwadwo trabro kire mfie de onu na the same kwadwo tra Ghana mfie de onu kwadwo be a greater person.
That man is pumping so much sense into the brains of the youth these days that, Charlie, it is unbelievable how things are going for some people and how successful people are becoming. Imagine someone who is managing about 20 work and pay cars, whereas all these 20 cars were making sales through me. And as at that time, each and every car was making a sale of about 300 Ghana cedis. So 300 Ghana cedis times 20 cars, that made it about 6,000, right? 6,000 Ghana cedis each and every week back then. And my boss wasn't pressuring me to like deposit the money into his account each and every week. He could wait till about 1 month before he tells me to deposit the money into his account, of which I could have taken advantage of. Bro, I would have been bagging millions by now. I would have been that rich kid back in Ghana at this very moment. Back then, there were many people who were taking loans from banks and stuff like that. People who had very little advantages as compared to me, but I couldn't utilize it because I was very narrow-minded as at that time. Now, bro, you give me 1,000, I give you 3,000 in return in a week. This is what it is about: exposure, learning, and then also trying to learn new things each and every time you have the advantage of or you are opportune to. I could have utilized it by, starting a little bit of, buy and sell business back then. By the time he requests for the money in a week, I could get his money for him and also could have made some profit for myself. With that being aside, I was working with my brother, my big brother in Abosokai, as usual. I used to be a power steering mechanic, of which I was, servicing power steering pumps here and there, making a little bit of coins or bags, and everything was okay. I wasn't fully okay, but I was comfortable until things started dropping drastically and things started getting very bad. It dropped to a point where I lost everything I ever owned, including my job, my plot of land, and even never mind. So yeah, it got to a point I got so frustrated, I was depressed, I was stressed, and wanted to escape the hardships. Like, I just wanted a place to be. I wanted to leave the country. I wanted to go far, far away, somewhere nobody can even hear about me, or, talk to me. Initially, my brother made me process my first passport back in 2011, I think. Yeah, back in 2011. The same year I got my driver's license, because my brother wanted me to come to Dubai. The main idea was to do some importation from Dubai, whereas I would get the goods from here whilst I am still working and then ship them over to him back home. When things flopped, I decided to take advantage of the fact that I had a passport, and the cheapest country which I could afford at that time was Dubai. Therefore, I decided to get me a visa and then purchase me a ticket, and then found myself here. Now, before coming here, I actually had lots of things going on. I was having a daughter who was about 2.5, 3 years old, and I had a woman pregnant, expecting another son or another child in the next 6 months. Considering these things, was it even worth it moving out of the country or moving and leaving this woman and the kids all by herself? It wasn't advisable, it wasn't needed, but I had to because I thought that was the only escape plan. I thought that was the only means I could help myself and then help my kids and then the woman as at that time. I am disturbing you with my story because most of you out there, I tell you that if you are intending to move out of the country and the money you are moving out with is some money you actually made out of working so hard, or is some money that you got out of your hard work, then there would be no need for you traveling. Keep doing whatever you're doing that made you or that could enable you get that amount of money to invest into the travel. If you do it and do it well, I guess you will be more successful in your motherland or in Ghana than you intend to travel or move outside of Africa. If you are able to raise an amount of 25,000, 30,000 within a month or two, bro, you are a potential millionaire in Ghana. If you're hardworking enough, you have plans, you've got the customer base, and you have things moving for you, there is no need for you traveling to anywhere around the world. If you would travel to anywhere around the world, it will be you going for vacation or holidays. Now there's a backstory to this. We are going to tell it. I'll make the person tell it. She wanted to travel to UAE, even though she had a business she's running back in Ghana. She had a customer base, and then she had a lot of things going on for her. But yet, my sweetheart still wanted to travel to Dubai to see greener pastures. The life you see on TV, the life you see on the social media, people trying to give you pressure and stuff like that, isn't something you should actually pay attention to, because most people do not really have access to these things they are showing you on social media. If I had someone like Mr. Obendako or myself on the internet back in 2018, I wouldn't have made such move to travel to see greener pastures in a place like the UAE. It is okay to move here, it is okay to travel, it is okay to explore. It is okay for you to have that experience of traveling the world and then meeting various people, or studying or learning different cultures, languages and stuff like that. It's okay to move. It's okay to go out there and explore, know what is out there, know what is really happening out there, and then also get the experience and the vibe. You understand? It is okay for you to do all that. But if you have intentions of traveling to go live and work there, I think you should have a rethink, or you should have a second thought about that, because not all that glitters is gold. Not everything you see out there is real. Not all people you see out there are real. I know what I am talking about because I have been, or I am with so many of the people on the internet that are giving you pressure out there, making you think it is better out here than it is in your home country. I know most people out there, lots of people out there, you especially watching me, have similar stories to mine. I guess lots of you have thoughts of moving to another country to go see greener pastures. I know most people are gaslighting Ghana, the fact that Ghana is no longer a place to live. I know lots of people are talking about hardships here and there. I know lots of people are faulting our government. Some are even insulting elderly people and thinking they are the cause of the problems of the land. But I can tell you for a fact, bro, it is not easy everywhere. Believe me or not, you can still do your research, you can still move as you want, you can still go out there, go see greener pastures. I know that what I am saying here wouldn't stop you from moving to other countries or moving to go see greener pastures. I know that I can't convince each and everybody out here to work hard back home and it is going to be all right. I know, as a part of my naivety, I wasn't that hardworking as I am here now. I have come to realize that when I moved out of Ghana, when I moved out of the country or the continent and came to this place, I have been working 12 hours consistently each and every day for the past 6 years, of which I wasn't doing in Ghana. In Ghana, I had to report to work at about 8 o'clock a.m. and then we close at 5 o'clock p.m., which was less than 8 hours, right? Back in Africa, I could take a day off rampantly without even informing my authority or even telling anybody. You can just take your day off if you feel like you're not in the mood to go to work, or maybe perhaps you have a girl in your room. You might want to stay back home and then without going to work. It happened. I know you are back there asking, okay, if you've got all these, advantages or exposures to the world or to various things, why don't you want us to travel? Well, my dear brother or sister, these things are now being taught on the internet. Once again, I'll mention Mr. Obeng Darko because this man contributed to the fact that I had that zeal to move back to Africa and start something back there. Therefore, I encourage you, I urge each and everybody out here to check out Mr. Obeng Darko's page on YouTube. I think he's now on all the social media platforms. Get his books. I have his book here that I read. I think it's in there. Yeah, I have his books here that I read each and every day. I'm still enriching myself with knowledge, so I guess you also do the same. Once again, I would say it is okay for you to move outside of your comfort zone. It's okay to travel outside, explore, have fun, go out there, know people, learn cultures, learn people, learn languages, know more things about what is out there, so that if someone is trying to lie to you pertaining places and people, how to counter them, like how to talk about stuff you've also learned yourself. But as to the fact that you are going to live and work in a place, you have no idea the kind of people who are there, and then mingle with them, I think you should have a rethought of it. Just rethink it and then know what to do. My name is Kofi Techi. If this is your first time on this channel, do well to hit on that subscribe button, be a part of the family. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you so much for the love and support. The love is deep. I thank you so much. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, do well to hit on that subscribe button, be a part of the family. Share for family and friends to have a feel of what we are doing here. Give me a like if you do like my videos, and then leave me a comment. If you have any kind of questions to ask, just leave me a comment. I'll come respond to them in due time. If you have money in your home country, try to invest in whatever you were doing to raise that amount of money. Don't always have in mind that you would need to travel outside of the country to make it in life. That is never true. There are people who were in the country, never moved out of the country, never traveled, and are making millions back in Ghana. So have a rethink of it and then know what to do. Sorry for the background noise. We are in a place where you can't control what goes on around you. So until we meet again, I hope you stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be good. See you on the next one.